Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Talks with Noelle. This is Talks with Noelle Season 4, Episode 9. Like I told you before, this season has been dedicated to creatives. And today I will be speaking to one of my personal favorites. I've seen his videos on Twitter, on YouTube, TikTok, and on Instagram, and I love his content. So guys, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. You're going to love it. Before we go any further, you guys know I have to shout out my sponsors. A massive shout out to Boldly Stated. Boldly Stated are there for all of your jewelry needs. Just hit them up at boldly.stated on Instagram. And you know what to do, right? Tell them Noelle sent you, because that one too is also important. So make sure you tell them that Noelle Francesca sent you. But I hope you guys are well. I hope everyone's doing well. First week that we've been allowed out since, the lockdown has ended. What have you been up to? Make sure you write it in the comments because I'm really curious. I want to know what you guys have been up to. Today, I'm just going to be talking to this amazing creative about his life as a YouTuber and a content creator. I want to know what his passion is, what made him do it, what drives him, what keeps him going, and most importantly, what advice does he have for people that are upcoming in that industry and in that field. So without any further ado, I'm going to go straight into it. My guest for today goes by the name EJ Bimah. EJ Bimah is a content creator, YouTuber, motivational speaker, and an entrepreneur. We're going to be talking to EJ Bimah. Without any further ado, let's just go straight into it. EJ, welcome to the show. I really hope I said your name right because okay, so EJ Bimah, lovely. So how are you doing today?
Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for honoring my invite. I know you're busy. You're not easy to get a hold of, so I appreciate you honoring my invite. Okay, so let's go straight into it. I want to talk to you about your journey as a content creator, a YouTuber, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. But I mainly want to focus on being a YouTuber and a content creator because I know it's not the norm. So I want to know how your journey has been. So first thing I want to ask is, how did you find yourself doing YouTube and content creating?
All right. Beforehand, thank you for having me, and greetings to all the viewers. With the content creation, it's been something that many people have been saying I should do. When I was in high school, many people was like, "Yo, start making videos, start doing this." But I was like, I didn't really want to. But the coronavirus, when it came, everybody was home, so I was like, "What can I do to make use of my time?" And I was like, "Oh, that." So I made one video on TikTok, and then I got the interactions, and then I made another one, and then I made another one, and then I was like, okay, let me add the YouTube to it. So that's how it came about.
Okay. Yeah. So where would you say that your passion came from? Because I know you said that I'm guessing you seriously started during the COVID times, but where would you say the passion came from?
The passion, I feel like the passion's always been there, but sometimes I can see some videos and it's like, if they did it in a specific way, to me, it would have been much better. So I was like, I keep saying this, so how about I make my own, The passion, oh, I didn't think of this question.
I like that.
Growing up watching some of the funny ones like Ejako and Kweku Menu and Eddie Murphy, they influenced me a bit. But passion is just something that's always been there. So yeah.
No problem. So how did you say it was at the beginning? Like, was there ever a time that you had the conversation with your parents, like, okay, I'm gonna go into YouTube, I'm gonna go into content creation? Like, did that conversation ever happen?
The conversation happened, but I had started already. Yeah, I had started already. So I saw like when it was going far, and then I was like, oh, I'm doing this, and she's like, oh, okay, just make sure I don't go too far, the African community, So I was like, oh, no problem. And I remember one time I was just minding my business and I heard my name. I was like, I thought I was in trouble, and then she was like, oh Mama said, no, we're group chatting in WhatsApp group chat. So my video had got to a WhatsApp group chat. So yeah, from later on from there, she was like, hey, wait, no, yeah, but you need it. So yeah.
Oh, that's good. So yeah, I'm guessing you had the love and the support. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
would you say you found it hard, or was it something that came naturally to you?
Honestly, I feel like the passion to make people inform people and also entertain is there. So the number one thing that I find hard is, for example, if I'm recording, sometimes the phone can like freeze up, or the way I'm trying to get everything limited to 60 seconds, it can cut. So sometimes I'll have to change the whole process. So that's the one thing that I can find very difficult on my end. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you see the industry? How do you see the industry, or like the future of YouTubers? Like, let's talk next 3 to 5 years. Where do you see like YouTubers? Where do you see them?
YouTubers are going to increase,
Mhm,
but I feel like we need to, number one, there needs to be a lot of collaboration
mhm,
and diversity. Like everyone should ask themselves, why do they want to be a YouTuber? And when they find that why,
mhm,
they should just continue and move with it, because I feel like some people want to just get started for the money. Like, everybody wants to get paid, but
mhm.
when the money is not there at the moment, your passion is what will keep you going until that comes. So if you're thinking in one end, 3 to 5 years time it'll be weird. And also use your platform. Many people are using their platforms well, but I don't think a lot of them are using their platforms to discuss things that will help the youth or the audience, instead of hopping on trends and insulting and those things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And same question, but this time in terms of content creators, because I feel like there's not a lot of content creators. So what's happening is that a lot of content is being recycled, because there's not
Hmm.
a lot of, I don't want to say original thinkers, because there's nothing original, like it's been done before. But I don't feel like there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that are creating.
Yeah.
What's your views on that?
Um, there's a lot of people creating, but I feel like there can be a bit of jealousy.
Mm,
Yeah, because some people can make videos. Like I've personally seen some videos. I saw the video. I'm like, okay, this person should be up there. So sometimes it might be on Twitter. A simple retweet can help someone. But there's some people, they see it, they'll just pass. But like when they see it getting a lot of interaction and all these things, then they start coming and all these things. Yeah. So
everywhere.
it's it's very long. It's very long. Yeah. It's very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to speak to you a little bit about social media, because, like you said, being a YouTuber and a content creator, I'm guessing most of one of your main focuses would be social media. So, in your eyes, what would you say are the three pros and the three cons of social media from your point of view?
Okay. The three pros I could say is, one, you're able to get exposed globally.
Mm,
Like I'm in the States, someone in Australia can see my video, and two, you're able to meet different people, like I've been blessed to meet you.
mhm,
And three, you can also get what's it called? Deals,
mhm.
deals and contracts, and also spread messages to people who cannot even step out. That's the pros. The
Okay.
cons, the cons. Yeah, the cons. I did not think about this one. The cons.
Maybe not
The
to
cons.
you, but like something you've noticed about maybe how someone uses social media, or like things that you've seen that
Oh,
hmm, yeah.
I like that one, but the pros and the cons can. I like this one. With the cons, some people when they get the platform,
Hmm.
they start to forget that they have a platform and do anything, because there's some things you can say, like there's some people you can watch on social media, you love everything about them, so it's like whatever they do you follow.
Yeah.
And some people forget they have platforms, you're like, oh, I can say whatever I want to say,
Hmm.
and say some things and forget that you can have a specific audience watching you. If they don't have the literacy about that, it can influence them negatively.
Mm.
two, some people don't use their platforms to help people.
Mm.
That's one thing. They don't use it to help people at all. It's just me, 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 me.
Yeah.
And three, yeah, humbleness.
Mm.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah, humbleness. There's a lot of content creators. The gift is there, but
Mm.
as everyone has a time where the pride can come in, but you always need to remain humble because that's what will always push you out there. Yeah, some people forget about it and just move funny. Yeah, yeah,
I agree.
that's yeah.
So, what would you change about the industry? Now, I know you fall into many industries, so YouTube, content creation, entrepreneurship, motivational speaking. So, whichever one you want to talk about, but what would you change about the industry? Okay, what would you change about the industries that you're in?
With what I'm in, the
Mhm.
number one thing I would say that I'm trying my best for God to use me for is to help spread and help people that are maybe battling some issues. So, for example, I know a lot of people, they cannot go to their parents and discuss some issues.
Mhm.
So I want to start making YouTube videos and stuff on that. And also use my content creation to create things with back messages behind it. So you watch it and you will understand. So a parent can even come across my video and they'll be watching it and then they will understand how we, the new generation, we think and how they think, how they could fix stuff up. Um, with the entrepreneurship, um, that one I just stay tuned with that one. It will speak for itself. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, with the motivational speaking, it's just to help people. Yeah.
Mhm.
That one too, stay tuned. That one is to I feel like the youth is really struggling a lot. So many of them are running from the stuff they're supposed to do things they're not supposed to. So you will come in contact with someone, they look normal and all those things, then you see that they're addicted to weed or something or doing things that's not good. Some mental things can affect to have them do things that's not right. So with through the motivational speaking on my platform, I'll be able to motivate and also inform them.
Mhm.
And also the ones that don't know of Christ, then you also prove them with the word of God. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
By all means necessary. Okay,
yeah.
lovely. Talk talk to me about some of the challenges that you faced in your journey in any of these four fields.
Oh, okay. Mm, I've had a few.
Mhm.
Um, I remember this one time. Um, we all go through things, and I was going through my own, and then I got a video idea. I
Mhm.
didn't want to do it, and then something said you have to do it. I said I didn't want to do it because I want to just take time for myself. But I was like, mm-mm. I prayed about this, and I've gotten multiple signs. So I
Yeah.
made the video, and after I made the video, I dropped it, and the video's going viral.
Yeah.
But people don't know that me too, I'm going through something. So you'll be watching me, see me do whatever I'm doing, but me too, I'm just there like, so sometimes you have to keep yourself pushing and, getting yourself out of a dark space is not easy,
Mhm.
especially when you have a platform because sometimes let's say you want to make a post or say something, it could actually terrify some people. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things you have to just distance, go and pray or meditate.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one thing I really learned that you always need to pull yourself out and you can. Yeah. I would say that's one of the challenges. And not having the right equipment. Yes.
Mm.
There's some things I need. So it's like when you have the idea, you realize you need this. You
Mhm.
don't have these now. So what can I do to make these videos without those things? Yeah. So those parts just yeah.
Okay. And how I don't know, but did you ever face like rejection in as you were starting up? Like, I don't know, maybe you had a speaking engagement or maybe you'll get there and then they're just like, oh, actually, you won't be speaking today because we have this well-known person coming to speak, or like how did you ever have to deal with any form of rejection in the industries that you're in?
Oh yeah. Um I remember what was it?
Mm.
What was it? 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 Yeah, I remember I made a video and then someone messaged me and said, "This isn't funny. What's the use of this? It doesn't make no sense." So when I saw the message, it was from someone I knew. So I was like, "You
Wow.
know me. Why would you say something like that?" But then as the time was going, I saw that it's like they saw that I was also getting support from massive amounts of people. So they also started. So like people when they say some comments like that, it could hit different than someone you don't know, because if I've never met you, you've never said, you can say whatever you want to say. I won't listen to you. But when it's someone close to you and they say something like that, it can make you also want to stop everything. But yeah, that's not something that will happen. Yeah. And
Okay, go on.
I remember this one time too, I made a video and then someone else made the same video,
Yeah.
but they just switched their outfits. So it's like my own got rejected and their own got pushed out there. So when it happened, I was quite furious because, you know, starting up, I'm trying to get exposed to for it to go everywhere. But yeah, when that happened, that was another spark. That was another spark for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when that happened, it sparked me up to double up. And I think after that, I got posted somewhere on Chop Daily. Yeah. Chop Daily, they posted me, and other places they just started posting me everywhere. So yeah, it was quite nice.
Well,
Yeah,
nice.
that's
So, what would you say keeps you motivated? What keeps you going?
oh um and one thing that keeps me motivated is the past prayers I prayed, because I prayed for a sign that I'm trying to do this, but I'm not trying to deviate from what I'm supposed to do in life. Because when the content creation gets very far, it can come to a point where you're stepping out. You can't even buy stuff because people on you. So I remember I prayed for a sign. Someone I don't know messaged me. It was like, "Oh man, I love your videos. Keep it going." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was like, God, is this it? So I was like, nah. I said I need a sign again. So someone that follows me, someone that knows me came and messaged me too the same week. "Oh man, I love your videos, bro. Keep it going." And I was like, I asked God again, "Yeah, God, I need another sign." And then someone I don't know doesn't follow any of my mutuals, private accounts. It was like, "Oh, bro, my friend sent me this on WhatsApp. I came, I was doing social media break, blah, blah, blah. Man, I really love your videos. Keep it." And I was like, I need that. And then I was like, wait, this is more than three the same week. So sometimes when I want to stop, I remember that. And recently I had another one too, because it can get very hard because I've had videos that I invested in that, I took time and crafted. It didn't get the support, but some videos that I was like, "Oh, let me just make this," and it like blows up, yeah. But and one thing that keeps me motivated is that um prayer. Yeah, prayer. Because if you don't pray, you won't be sane to do these things. And what else? When I look at how far I've come, yeah, I look at the journey from just one video and now, yeah, I just keep going. So I speak to myself too. You always need someone real to speak to. You are the realest person you know, so you must speak to yourself to keep going. Yeah.
So I said one thing that I've noticed within your tweets is you're very God centered. I don't want to use the word religious because then it's like don't do this, do that, do that. You're
Oh,
very
feel free. Feel free.
you're very connected with God. Yeah. So like
Mm.
you're very connected with God. How has that helped you in finding your purpose in terms of what you're doing now?
Mm. Mm. The way it's made me find my purpose is
Mm-hmm.
one thing I believe is that the enemy, if he cannot kill you, he will destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
And he can destroy you physically, and he can use things around you to destroy you. He can use relationships to destroy you. And he can also use your own ideas to destroy you. So I realized there's some ideas I had, but it's like shyness would come. So
Mm-hmm.
when this COVID thing happened and it's like you're isolated, you're home by yourself, and I started making the videos and all these things,
Mhm.
I really started praying about it because it's like my videos was reaching London, Netherlands, Switzerland, Jamaica, and all these other places. I'm like, I'm getting exposed. So
Yeah.
I also want to be protected. So when I pray about these things, it clarifies the path for me for what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. And I realized that anytime I prayed about what I should do, it got clearer each time.
Okay.
And I've been in situations where it's like no one was there. So it's like I cried to God, He gave me the answer. So it makes me very, very bold,
Mhm.
when it comes to Christianity and of Christ. Yeah.
Lovely. And then I've got just
Mm.
two more questions for you. The
Mm.
first one is, how do you create? Because there's a lot of people that you'll go onto their page or you go onto their Insta, Twitter, whatever, they'll put their content creation, you're looking at their page and they're just pictures, they're just posing. There's no content being created. So it's just like, why is it in your bio? So what would you say
Mm.
your creation process is like? How does an idea come? How do you take it from an idea to reality to what we see in the work?
um, with this, sometimes I can be outside
Mhm.
and I'll just see a little kid do something. So when I see, I'll be like, and I take up my phone and I write it in my notes. And sometimes I can be watching a movie, and as I'm watching the movie, the way they will act and do something, I'll be like, oh, I can do this. And sometimes a conversation I maybe have with my friends, they'll be like, bro, man, African parents can be doing this. I'll be like, what do they do? And then he will say something. I'll be like, Then I'll go and write it in my notes. And sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. Like, which video is it? Uh, when your Uber driver is a Ghanaian. Yeah, it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere, and I just put my phone there. I just started recording. So,
Mhm.
and sometimes too is an idea you have, so you write it down and then you plan. So it's really different. Yeah, it comes many ways. Yeah,
Lovely.
yeah.
And then my next question would be, what advice would you give to the youth, like upcoming creatives, upcoming YouTubers? What advice would upcoming entrepreneurs? What advice would you give to them?
Okay. First off, I would say whatever idea you have, write it down. Write it down. Write it down. I don't care how your memory is, you don't forget things. Write it down. Because when you write it down, let's say you don't have nothing to create, you go back to it, you see these things listed. All right.
Mhm.
Number two, always ask yourself, why do I want to do this?
Mhm.
Don't just start because everybody's doing it. When you have your why, when you don't feel like going, that is what will keep you going. Um, Number three, try to get people who inspire you and follow them. Okay, don't try to be cocky and be like, oh, me, follow Rishi and all these things. Follow them, watch their styles. People that you want to be like or the level you want to reach. Look at their styles, and maybe they may have a strategy. You can apply it to your own and capitalize on it. It can also take you far. And try to get people who support you. Don't always rely on your friends or families, because if you rely on your friends and families, it will end in tears because you'll be like, my own family member is not even, yeah. So yeah, and
Fully
when you have all these things, pray, yeah, and keep yourself motivated. Yeah.
Lovely. And our very last and final question for you is, what is next for EJ Bimah? What should we expect from you?
What is next is the next. I'm just kidding. So many things. So many things. My brand,
Mhm.
yeah, it's out there, but much more things to come.
Mhm.
With my content creation, the videos too are coming to increase.
Yeah.
With my YouTube, the videos too are coming to increase. Everything's about to increase. Everything are double double. So just stay tuned and follow me. That is all. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Lastly, how can we get a hold of you? I don't know how it would work, but you're creative, so I'm sure you can figure it out. Are you open to collaborations? And how do people get a hold of you?
Yeah. For all collaborations, you can email me at mannyvision 3000@gmail. And also, the devil is a liar. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Um, feel free to DM me, but I prefer the email for the business discussions and things to be much operated. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for coming on Talks with Noelle.
Thank you.
It's been lovely
Thank you.
hosting you. And yeah, we'll be in touch. Thank you so much. Amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Talks with Noelle. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show as much as I have. Thank you to my guest, EJ Bimah. He is a character, content creator, YouTuber, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. Like he said, he is ready and willing to collaborate and work with anyone. Just make sure that you're hitting up his email, DM him on Twitter, or hit him up on Instagram, and he's got you. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the interview. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. Join me next week when I will go live with my last and final guest for Talks with Noelle Season 4. Big shout out to my sponsors, Boldly Stated. Like I said, hit them up on Instagram at boldly.stated for all of your jewelry needs. And remember to tell them Noelle sent you, all right? But guys, thank you all so much for rocking with me. Thank you for staying with me, for pushing me. I know when we went on our mid-season break, a couple people have hit me up like, when are you coming back? Like, are you joking? Are you being serious? What's going on? But I'm going to explain why we went on a break and all of that in due time. But guys, thank you so much for following Talks with Noelle. Thank you for following us at NFTV_. I love you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I will see you for the season finale next week. Take care. Have a great week. See you same time, same place next week. Mwah. Bye, guys.